to the Shrouded Isle. And this is a few weeks ago, so, I have bullet points here. Bear with me. You all had ended up succeeding in getting Orin Salir, the architect, one of the founders of which you don't know to exactly what extent, of the city of Ralen, on your side as an ally. With some both really good convincing arguments and a display of power through mischief, you gained his attention, of which he had many rapid follow-ups in terms of discussing who exactly are you, why are you here, and what is the kind of deeper importance of this mission that you would go so far to, spend 10,000 gold for 10 minutes of his time, and you ended up telling the truth, blatantly so, which, funny enough, led to some funny, those kind of hilarious interactions where your claims, while true, seemed false based on the information that he had perceived. We had a funny bit where we found out that he did, in fact, know the name of the current incarnation of the comet, um, where he knew of Aldrin very well. Um, didn't actually say his name, but referred to him quite a bit and was more concerned than curious when you brought up his name. Um, but as soon as you mentioned that you were doing this journey against your will, definitely perked up a bit and saw this as an opportunity, of which the first thing that he said when trying to create this deal was the reason of why it's going to help him, as he is a little bit of an egotistical prick, but also was willing to help out, and clearly did show some more humane feelings down the line as he went from understanding to reciprocating a bit of shared irritation towards Aldrin and their past choices. And so he went through the logistics of what you need and explained very blatantly, in the most translated way that he could for building an item to people who don't understand magical artifacts, and that he could build it. Um, he said that you would need a divining rod, essentially, something that could tell both exactly what a creature is and what is essentially what their current status is. If you can figure out more about mischief and more about why she is split in the way that she is past the point of Aldrin's mistakes, potentially could lead to a cure. There's no easy way to tell of how to fix it, but as he said in his explanation, once you figure out who she is and can decide from whether you want to extradite her, which would be fully removing Cyrus and Mischief from each other, and all of you as well, would be killing Mischief in the process. Or if you wanted to try and find an alternate route just to cure yourselves and break your bonds of her, that could be found out at a later date once the rod has decided what level of magic would be needed for this, essentially. And so he said that he would just need to get some time to get the materials together, do some research to find out if he could see if the archives had anything on Mischief, and essentially offered you a sort, kind of short glimpse into the future, saying that if you wanted to stay here, he would need Cyrus for a good portion of his study, and using her as obviously the most person who's connected to Mischief, but also she is a literal, as she explained in the past, she was one of the first people to find a avatar of mischief, one of the statues, just like all of you did, um, and would need to use her to begin the process of building the divining rod. Besides that few little days and however long it will take, you guys are free to do as you wish. He said that you could explore the city if you want. He offered that you could enter the academy underneath his name to get access to some of the more restricted areas for both researching items, researching potential information that wouldn't be released to the public. Um, and essentially, what it boiled down to was he asked if you wanted to be public about this, or if you wanted to keep this endeavor private, as he's still being a high level intellect caster who isn't necessarily a wizard, but can understand the concept of time travel, is still beginning to come around to fully understanding that all of you are from a different world where things are so much different, and where Kipley told him that his great 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 granddaughter was non-awakened, of which you made I don't know if it was a natural 20 or just a ridiculously high roll to try and persuade him to get items for reawakening her. But that was made, and that's hilarious. And please remind me if I forget to do that at some point tonight. Um, but he essentially is still coming to terms with what you said and understanding that is truth. And he explained that if he was a little bit more open about what was going on, he could gain immense support from people like him. At the very least, he advised that you guys could be introduced to the two other architects. As he mentioned, there was three architects that ruled over the city. Not essentially ruled over, but have very high standings and very important choices that are made for the city. Um, he mentioned that there was jobs that you could take at the academy. There was jobs that you could take, of course, at the Bronze Brazier that was mentioned previously by Finn at the Flumps Finn, the little inn that you stayed at previously. Kind of backing up that claim, there's good money to make in putting on entertainment in a city full of mages who just want to see shit blow up but can't do so on the streets. Um, so there's both, as he explained, the monster fighting pits, but also there is magicians fighting pits there as well. And of course, there is the academy teaching job that you could take. Not acting as an advisor, but acting as a teacher's assistant, rather, where you'd be fighting students going all out to do a field simulation, essentially. Teaching a bunch of overzealous wizards how the real world works without preferably killing them. And so on and so on. In the meantime, you guys have everything that you would need here, essentially, in the tower. He mentioned that you could stay at his mansion as he doesn't normally use it. He was given one when he became an architect of the city, but since he stays in his mage tower, he offered that you could either stay in the mansion or find yourselves your own housing for your duration of your stay here. And as we left off, he was beginning to go procure some initial kind of designs and mock-ups with Eden Aldridge Narrow, or Ian, his assistant, to kind of begin the process of research. And as we pick up tonight, I am going to go ahead and actually ask, out of character, it is about, we'll call it early afternoon, just based on the talks and the lengths of it that you went through. I'll call it 1 o'clock. Going forward, just because this is not going to be the ideal day-to-day level of travel that you would normally be doing in terms of the timeline here, would you like to, at the very least, finish off this day's worth of either RP or missions? Because you do still have a lot that you can do in terms of whether or not you want to search out some jobs, search out his mansion to find some homestead, or just continue around the city asking to try and find out more information on street level. Um, Very much how you asked Finn. Um, or if you'd like, and no one really has anything that they would like to do for today, starting this session, will start Torin's roles. The first one that he's going to be doing is purely research. Items and the cost of actually building the divining rod is not going to be paid out of your pockets. He has already explained that he only makes items if he wants to, and you pay the 10,000 gold for an introductory meeting with him. So you pass the Shark Tank level. It's going to take minimum, no matter what is rolled, a week to get the essential items to start building prototypes. He's going to roll a research roll every single quote-unquote day. It is going to be more than one day, most likely for the first couple of rolls. But as time goes on, that can go up or down depending on what the total is that he gets. So I will leave it up to you guys. We can begin doing kind of like a loose form, give goals for a certain week, give goals for a certain month down the line. Or if you would like, for tonight's session and perhaps the session after, we can still do a day-by-day sort of, continue wrap-up of the encounter. If you had any questions of Torin, anything that you'd like from the city, etc., etc. But just going forward, does that sound good?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Whoa.
I know, it's a lot of information, a lot of me talking. I mentioned it last time, but that was, 2 weeks ago? So I figured it would be a good reminder at the start of the session that as we start getting into the grinding of building a very powerful artifact, it's going to take a very long time. Now, that very long time could be 2 months, it could be 6 months. It's all up to rolls, and I don't want to do that, let's play out 80 days of one after another role play. But for right now is afternoon. You are all still inside of the tower, and you are Torin and Ian have just kind of walked past the showroom where you had your meeting. And they have begun to kind of go into this back room where you can see they are kind of rapidly walking back and forth, grabbing various different kind of scroll binders, and just gathering the collective equipment it would take to carry a lot of scrolls and different textbooks. As they said already, they're going to go to the academy to grab some potential research into who and what mischief is, if they can find any at all. Is there anything that you guys would like to do while you still have both of them in the tower, or would you guys like to depart?
I think Kipley's curious as to what magical items were possibly on the table.
Cool. In the display room you're sitting in
Yeah.
right now? Okay, cool. Yeah.
Oh, no, that we're in that back room.
They're in the back room. Okay, that's two different things. So I will say, just for the party's general understanding of what you're working with here, go ahead, give me a... Everyone can join in this as well if you'd like to join Kipley in this, or it can just be Kipley. Give me an investigation check or a perception check.
Ew.
Your choice.
Both gross.
Gross. 7. Oh, baby.
So,
Got a 15.
Oh, Jared, if you talking, buddy, you file
Motherfucking,
away.
is it? Or the two type of checks we could have made perception.
Perception or investigation.
Gang. Let me tell you something. That perception
us.
is looking like it's gonna be the only thing I'm rolling.
Yeah.
Do I have a burn in this bitch?
This is gonna get. This is either gonna get really sad or more funny. The more time that you spend in Relin, the city of magic, and a lot of the checks are gonna be intelligence based.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool. Is Mammoth joining on that or no?
Yeah, I rolled a 15, but roll 20
15.
hasn't loaded yet.
Cool. All right. At least one of you got something. You do still get some with a 7 because there is the obvious, but we'll work our way bottom to top. You can't see into the back room. The door is open going into further chambers. Because again, this is a wizard's tower. It expands far greater than just the spire that you're in. Even the room in itself doesn't make sense to be in the small interior of what the tower appears on the outside. But even though you can't see past where Torin is standing, and plus he did say that it was hidden, so you assume that it is far more past than just the room that he's standing in right now. You can see around you, and he did mention that you could choose an item that was of his own personal crafting, or of more general make, which was made by him, but it's nothing amazing necessarily. It would be like of quote unquote legendary status. You can see in this room there is about 10 to 15 different display panels. Some are empty, and you can see there's inlays for what looks like to be a space for an amulet. You can see there's a space for like a large stone that should be there but isn't. So you can definitely tell that while it's a display room, it's not necessarily meant to be completely finished at the moment, or it may just be some artifacts were being polished in the back or being finished. But you can see there is about 10 items that are currently sitting inside display cases, and they are labeled. It doesn't tell you what they do, but they do have names on them. And as you're kind of looking around, you see at least 2 of them, for a 7th sake, we'll say, will catch your eye. You can see there's a scarily thin dagger that kind of looks like, at a glint, is made of some type of glass-like material. Because as light reflects through the case, you can see it kind of sprays out from the blade, almost like it goes through it and refracts. And you can see labeled on that is a dagger called the Dagger of Denial. There is one where it catches Kipley's attention. You know what? I'm just gonna roll because I think that's gonna be more fun than me just reading off the list I have in front of me. Hacha! 9. You just see there is one that right next to the Dagger of Denial, there is a figurine of a marble elephant. And it is a exquisitely carved elephant. However, it just looks like it's a marble elephant. Little statue. Probably no bigger than about 7, maybe 8 inches tall. The rest of you can see that there's a number of items. And of course, as mentioned when Kipley first got in here, you can tell all of these are magical items. And some definitely are shining a bit more brighter than others. Duradon and Mammoth, both of you notice, just because of what you currently have on you and what you have used in the past, there is a display that is an entire rack of potions. You can see that there is about 18 different colored potions, all lined up and very tightly and neatly packed up in one of the cases. And you can see while some of them have labels in the interior, you can see potions of health, potions of speed, potions of giant strength. There are some that are not labeled, and some that have just kind of various different shades of coloring inside them. The majority of them are red, but you can see there is one that is green, there is one that is purple, and there is one that is straight pitch black. Now, with a 15, you can't exactly see in great detail because the door is just propped open. But Mammoth, as you're kind of peering around the room, just kind of waiting for someone to prop up what's your next move, your conversation, you do catch a glimpse at the corner of your eye that there is a little bit of reflection, like a hint of light that refracts from the top corner of the room. And you swear for a second that you see it move and kind of dart off as you lock eyes in that direction. It felt like there's no item there. Like there's nothing there that should be causing that glint. But you think you saw something. That's all. If you do want a list of all of the labeled items, I can read it off to you and or just post it. I'll leave that at the group's discretion depending on how much you want to search through his stuff.
Kibbley doesn't see enough, so she's just kind of briefly looking over everything, ADD taking over, and she's just like, I really want to see what's behind that secret door. Maybe wait?
Oh, I don't necessarily know that you'll have another chance, so I guess go for it.
What, really? I thought... Are you kind
Well,
of
didn't
Zaris
he
immediately
say
shoots
we
you a look.
I mean,
That's,
ask first.
yeah,
But,
Yeah.
maybe
Didn't
we
he say we
don't.
could look through it? Why don't we just talk to him first?
Yeah, I thought he
Yeah.
kind of like said, hey, you either, can have something out here, or there's the special room.
Right. I don't think he called it the special room. I think he called it a secret room of special items.
That
Either
one.
way, I don't think, even if you've just made an ally of this man, that you should go poking around.
Oh
touching it.
no, I didn't mean like go in there. I'm just saying like maybe. Yeah. She
you
just
said
kind
nothing.
of tucks like hair behind her ear and just kind of gets a smile on her face.
Just need verbal clarification. You're not going to steal anything, right?
No.
Okay. Because you can't just ask. I would prefer that you ask him. The worst that he can say is no. The worst that he will do if he finds you stealing right after you just made the steal, probably a bit higher.
Why would I need to steal when he's offered for us, to have a peek behind the curtain, so to speak? She gives like an exaggerated wink.
I'm not winning this. Cyrus just starts stirring on. Hey. All you, bud.
Hey, Kip, just ask. Ask first, and don't assume that a lack of reply is the same as consent. So, yeah.
Really? Oh.
Aside from that, have fun.
Can we go in the back room?
You kind of shout, and you can hear like there's still like movement and scrambling, but there's a pause, and you see Torrin's head kind of peek out. The door kind of creaks a bit more open, so you can see more inside of the room. And you see he kind of peeks his head out and goes, right, I did say that you could,
The secret room.
it does not have a lot of, it doesn't have enough space for all of you. It can fit myself and 2 others. If you would like to look at that now, that is fine. I will say I am not going to give you anything right this moment. You may
Yeah.
select it, and at the date and time that I can trust you further to properly use said items, I will bestow it then. Actually, when I form the contract that will be binding for our deal, then you may have the item bestowed upon you.
That would be awesome.
Alright, would you like to view it yourself? Or take somebody with you?
Kipley, not even looking back, just like her hand kind of seeking for something and just like lands on someone.
You want to pick a random person?
Yeah, it just like lands on Duradon's like bicep or something.
Sure. All right. Ian, just grab everything that we would need to haul over. The majority of our sections on divinity from the archives. I will join you shortly. And you see Ian kind of nod, give all you guys a smile, and continue just grabbing slings and all of these massive binders of books and kind of emptying out some of the ones that currently are in use. But you watch as Torin kind of waves you 2 forward and begins to briskly walk to the back of the room, where there is yet another door. And as he opens it, there is just a long cobblestone hallway that seems to stay in a complete straight jettisoning path for as far as you can see. There is no end in sight for when the hallway ends outside of your dark vision, as there is no light from the tunnel. And it is built for somebody at Torin's height. So you can definitely tell this is designed for him. This is a hall of his own making. Duradon is like 6'4",
Too tall.
6'4".
Duradon is.
I remember you're pretty tall.
Duradon is 7'1".
7'1". Jesus Christ. Some people, they just like to hit the 6 feet. Nah, Jared's like to build some monsters. So, as you have to stoop down to get through the entranceway, because Torin, sitting at a solid 5'9", our non-short king, our average king, begins to walk down the hall, and as he does, brazier is light up on the side, going as far as you can see, and you realize this in a very similar sense to the shadow network that you just saw. You can see doorways branching off into various different connections, not rooms, connections. As you walk by, looking to the left, you can see there is a stone path that goes out for about 30 feet, and then there's almost like a glassed, like stained glass window, but is showing the exterior of the academy. There is another to your right that shows the overarching cliff sides showing above where Relin would be. And as you continue past, there's just dozens of different doors that just go past you as he begins to walk further and further down the tunnel until he gets to the end where there is. Now you've probably been walking for about like maybe 500 feet. It's not just like we'll go for this doorway. It is a long ass tunnel. He gets to the end, and there is just a plain wall, and you watch as he just simply walks right up to it, and gestures and goes, uh, normally, just for President, without me, this would not be open. And without me, the multitude of traps that you have all just walked over would have been set off. So keep that in mind in case you want to go snooping back here in the future, of which I highly do not recommend you do.
No
And
snooping.
walks for the wall.
Through the wall. Gimli
Are you going to join
forward.
me? As you walk through, you can see on the other side, not a massive expanse, not a kind of towering display room like you could have seen at the Dumbalas, not even as big as the display room that you were just in. But inside, you see a moderately sized workbench. You can see there is some different raw materials, like raw elements, bits of stone that have minerals inside of them growing out. You can see there's some carved wood on the table, and just various assortments of what looks like to be materials that have yet to be used for something. All looking mundane. The room itself is no bigger than 15 feet by 15 feet. But you can see that space is not available to be walked in. There's shelves all around this place that have a multitude of the very same materials you see on the desk lined up in jars, lined up in various different display cases themselves, boxes, all different kinds of both raw metals, worked metals, and also, from what you can see, a multitude of prototypes. You can see a variety of weapons that even Duradon, the master of many, many blades, haven't actually seen before. You see there is not an axe, but just an axe head that has 6 different blades going between it, each crossing each other, almost making like a star-like pattern, having about an inch, slightly less than an inch's thickness with the actual metal between the grooves of the axe blades. You can see that there is smaller claymate statues. There, like, this looks like the interior of a nerd's home. This is the old equivalent of when you walk into someone's like man cave and you see action figures galore. You would see, like Warhammer models. This is, in its most purest form, a workshop of a man who clearly, at least in this aspect, has nothing fancy about it. There is nothing expensive in this room. Everything is made from the most basic and raw materials you can find. Easily, this room could be passed off as just a common woodworker, common blacksmith, common artisan's room. Now, I'm going to ask Durdon, not as much. Kipley, all that just being said, go ahead and give me another perception check.
14.
14, okay. So, brutal, the DC is 15, but I'll still give you something here.
Fair.
As you look around the room, well, you do notice, majority, again, as I said, materials are mundane. There is definitely hints of magic all around the room. And on some of the items displayed, well, there's not a magical presence like they are enchanted. There is a magical presence like there is a spell in effect. And you can see there's numerous amounts of those little bits placed all around the room in unassuming places. Even some of the raw materials look like they are being cloaked and or covered in the same kind of magic. Unfortunately, I don't believe your lens tells you what specific school of magic it's from. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that.
No.
But you can definitely tell that there is something covering at least about 6 to 7 different objects in here. And Torrent walks up to the desk, sits down in it, and takes a. It kind of looks like a bonsai plant, but its inner working of like the bark for the central part of the tree where the branches begin to spread out at the top. Um, you see there is a carved symbol kind of inlaid into it. Um, he places down a vial of mercurial liquid. And he takes what looks like to be a wooden crown and puts it on the desk. All 3 of these objects, you can tell, have that same kind of mask over them. Now, I could tell you what all of these do ahead of time. I would like to know out of personal curiosity. Which item draws your curiosity and desire more in the current state?
So there's a vial, there's a wood crown, and
And a bonsai tree.
a bonsai tree.
A vial of mercurial liquid, a wooden crown, and a bonsai tree with a carved symbol of which you're unfamiliar to what exactly it states.
I mean, just right off the bat.
I will tell you what they do, and I will allow you time to make your decision. But I'm curious. I've asked Ian about these before, just to see. His answer was rather plain.
The mercurial vial, is it like changing colors or like actual substance within it?
It is a glass vial with a mercurial liquid inside of it that appears to be standing completely still until you see Torin kind of taps the table when gesturing towards them. And you can see it begins to move extremely, it has a very intense viscosity to it. Almost similar to water in the way that it shakes about, a little bit more, God, forgive my language, thick in the way that it slowly begins to stir. It has a little bit of drag to it.
Her eyes kind of bounce between the 3, and she looks to Duradon briefly. I mean, just right off the bat, just pure interest alone. I think there's that, and she points towards the vial.
You see a soft smile kind of begins to creep into the corners of his mouth. Interesting. How about you? Nodding in Duradon's direction.
The bonsai tree, probably. Not much for authority, and the only strange liquid I really need to care about, the ones that come out of me. So the bonsai tree.
Gross!
Just watch. His he nods in agreement at the part of the bonsai tree, but as you like the weird mysterious liquids, a crease forms in his forehead. And it just gives you this look of like, oh, okay, interesting answer. Oh, okay, interesting answer. Doesn't say anything, but just kind of goes, all right. Um,
I knew it, you sick fuck. I knew it. She like pokes a finger into Doradon.
What? Where you think I get the blood from?
Gross.
let's know about new friends and their quirks. This, and he points at the ground. You are all not from this time, so you would not know about the Purple Night that fell upon us 8 years ago. And you watch as he waves his hand over the crown and whispers a brief incantation, to which actually I think you would understand, because I think this is on your spell list. Let me just double check before I'd say it's some bullshit. Oh, it's actually not on your spell list. I think it might actually be on Mustangs, and that's why. Nope. Am I fucking crazy? No, I might actually be crazy. Somebody, oh my god, it was Mammoth. Not even close. I remembered one of you fuckers had to spell magic. I just couldn't remember who. You have seen and heard Mammoth cast spell magic before, previously multiple times. So you catch the simple incantation of a third level spell going off, and you watch as the wooden crown kind of peels away its illusion, and instead, sitting in front of you on the table is a mixture of kind of grotesque beauty. It is still in the shape of a crown. It is still, it still has a very kind of kingly design to it. However, the points of the crown are all eyeballs. You can see it. They all appear to be gingerly moving back and forth. And there appears to be 8 of them. And as the kind of dispel magic washes over it, you watch as they all kind of blink and turn and look at you, kind of taking you in up and down, kind of blink one more time before just going into a resting space. And you see Torn continues. This is an artifact that I did not technically make with my own hands. I took a more dangerous version of this off the body of a being from another plane, one of which invaded the city in an attempt to slaughter and consume all of the mages within it, and feast on their magical items to grow in strength. Are you aware of a being called a beholder?
Ooh.
Like the beauty's in the eye of the beholder? Those beholders?
That would be the one.
Uh,
A student. Not a beholder. I hardly know her. Oh God, I wish I could correct that. A student had been possessed. He had reached out into the astral sea in search of great knowledge and made a deal with a being. Now, this student was one of our most prized pupils. They were, in fact, on their way to become a architect like myself. So they could access up to 8th level spells, of which allowed them to plane shift. And after their folly of trying to get closer and understand this being of higher power, this creature, they unknowingly became charmed by it and brought roughly about 15 beholders into this plane and into the city and nearly killed the majority of its citizens. As for those of you who know what they do, uh, they are anti-magic wielders. They have a cone that stops all spells, all items. Even your enchanted trinkets would be turned useless. So you can imagine, for a city of magic, that was almost the end of us. But
You didn't have anybody with like hands and legs.
I'm sorry, your mic fully
Wow.
screeched when you said
Yeah, I was
something,
gonna
and I
say.
could not hear anything you just said.
Is it still bad?
No,
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 you're
no.
good. I think your technology just had it's going for
A
puberty, man.
blip.
Had a little bit of voice crack.
We'll say that there wasn't like anybody of martial variety that helped.
Oh, there absolutely was. Our city guard is the only reason we are alive. There's a few key individuals who are not users of magic that will forever be held within the city's praise. We actually have a holiday for them coming up in about a month or so.
Oh, what holiday?
I'm sorry?
That's what holiday?
At the Feast of the Five Heroes.
Oh, that's
There's the five swordsmen and women who were inside of the city at the time who took action when everyone was in a panic and managed to slay the wielder of this crown. And in doing so, weakened the beholders to a point where others, such as myself, who were carefully waiting to strike, could help finish off the rest of the mess. This belonged to their queen. Uh, while she is dead, a bit of her sentience was still inside of the crown, so I tinkered with it until I was assured that it was gone in its intelligence, but it is. The eye stalks are still functional. They still see of their own accord, but they don't necessarily have a single consciousness that they respond to, except for the wielder who attunes to it. And if you attune to it, you get a number of rather useful spells that do not cost anything for you to cast. Charm Person, Disintegrate, Fear, Finger of Death, Flesh to Stone, Hold Person, Ray of Enfeeblement, Sleep, Slow, Telekinesis. You know, things like that.
You know, this is giving real Kaiju number 8 energy, and I'm loving it.
that's a
You
lot.
know it, baby. And it will allow you, if you cannot already, to see within magical and non-magical darkness and through illusions up to 120 feet. Now, it is extremely dangerous, Relic. I will say this with full confidence. It is safe to wear. But that sentience that I told you about before, the ice stalks will follow your command, but if you are to die while wielding this, there is a slight chance that they would get to act of their free will.
What, like you die and all of a sudden they take over your body, or they just
No,
kind
they
of.
don't have enough consciousness to do that.
Oh,
It might mean that if there is enough charges left inside of it,
oh.
a spell may misfire. It could be
That's
in random good favor, or it could potentially turn this fine hunk of a man into a chiseled stone statue.
Ghibli, like, slow head turns and looks to Duradon with a smile on her face.
But that is just one of the items. The one that you showed interest in is of my own design. And he picks up the mercurial liquid in the vial and kind of shakes it a little bit. And you watch as it goes up and down. There's almost like a lag time where as it shakes up, the liquid does rush up. But before it drops down, it slowly descends. And then a second goes by and it drops. Like it comes down all at once at a rapid speed. One of my specialities is the manipulation of natural elements. It is one of the only reasons of why I can do metalworking, as he kind of gestures to his frame, which for a sorcerer isn't necessarily bad, considering most mages, even amongst your own ranks, don't have the highest of strength and or dexterity, depending on your builds. But you see, he's not chiseled, but he's not thin as paper. Um, he goes, it's one of the only reasons I can do metalworking and work a forge, so that way I don't have to request outside helpers to help create items. Otherwise, that can lead to complications in case one of my many enemies wishes to sabotage an item by replacing such a smith. So, anyways, this was melted down from an iron golem that I had created. It unfortunately had perished in battle, and I could not reanimate it at the time because Relan was still in its the seedlings of its development. We didn't have the resources that we do now, and it takes. I don't know if you have come across a tome for what it takes to create a golem. But even a man wealthy as myself can only create oh so many before you go absolutely broke. Or start relying on the gamble of a wish spell, which I don't want to ever do. So it has the properties to turn the wielder's skin into that of a golem's. Um, you will take on the properties of their constitution, their strength, and have the availability to, for a brief time, uh, turn into a. You wouldn't turn into a golem. I haven't actually used it since, but its designed purpose is to allow the mercurial liquid, which can expand up to a rather rapid growth, into kind of a suit of armor around the wielder to resemble its previous appearance. That and all non-magical weaponry you become resistant to.
Interesting.
You do have to drink it, and it is attuned to your very skin, so you will have a bit of a sheen and a glow as it will embay itself inside of you. Um, but
Like
last one.
permanently?
You can attune from it,
Oh,
but as long as you are attuned to the item, it will stay showing, and its effects will remain constantly ongoing.
wow, that's so cool.
You will not feel any different, but your body will just become far more durable to the point of a very powerful construct.
And that one?
Yes, this is also something of my creation and one of my only ever collaborations I have done with someone. I trust it because the wielder is dead, for who helped enchant this with me.
Oh,
But that is a story I will tell another time. They were a friend. There was nothing of an enemy sort.
oh.
This is a seedling um, that is taken from the realm of Celestia. Um, it, upon full growth, will be able to bear fruit. The fruit that it wields will be able to cast the spell True Resurrection.
What's that
I
mean?
am keeping it. True Resurrection
Yeah.
is one of the most powerful spells a caster of a clerical order, or that of which who has made certain deals, um, can call out into the world. You do not need a body, you do not need even a whiff of their scent or hair. You name somebody that you know of and or have met, and you can resurrect them from the dead. So if Duradon was able to die at the cruel hands of fate, you will be able to instantaneously bring them back, as long as they haven't been dead for 200 years and have not died of old age. They will be brought back in their prime.
In their prime.
Yes,
Like as if they haven't even died.
correct. There's no uh, there's no downsides as opposed to the regular forms of resurrection. For those of you who have either seen it or heard of it, normal spells, like there is the regular resurrection spell, there's a chance it can fail. There is a chance that the user comes back heavily fatigued to the point where it will take an entire week for them to be able to walk again. Or there is spells that will change their entire body, that will reincarnate them into a different form but keep the same memories. Now, I am uncertain of exactly how much it will take, or how long it will take to grow, um, how much fruit it will produce, but uh, given there is a druid in your party, I'm sure that you can work that out amongst yourselves. I really have no need for this, as I use a different method to keep myself alive, and I have many backup plans in case things go wrong.
Okay. Wow. This has been. There's so much here.
These are
It's-
just the three I'm willing to part with. There is others, but upon our contract being binding through time and space, there is still a chance that you do not succeed, and I will not, at least from what you have told me, most likely not be alive to see it done. So I am putting my utmost faith in you, that you and your friends will be able to help fix. My descendant, I don't know what exactly in relation she is to me, but
We're gonna make things right.
thank you. Oh, slight thing I should have mentioned previously about the liquid.
Oh.
If you do stay attuned to it, and you happen to uh, uh, bear children, they have a chance to become a sorcerer. of ferrous metals.
Of what?
Ferrous metals,
Oh,
like iron and such.
well, that doesn't sound like a bad thing.
No, but I figure that's a warning that could be given ahead of time. A lot of people wouldn't bother to ask, and most creators wouldn't bother to tell, but
Doradon, are you planning to have children?
If I can live long enough beyond you people, yeah.
Well, why do you say it
it's,
like that, you people? That's...
it is a very.
Yeah.
I'm not going to question that.
I mean, I will later, but... God damn.
But you have your choices.
Okay, you can't say it like it's not a genuine concern.
There is dangerous tidings upon you. I do not blame him for his words. If you do not have a decision at this moment, you can come and find me again when you do have one, and I will present you with the contract to sign.
Yay, contracts. Okay.
It is simply just so that you do not take it and then use it for whatever
No,
purpose that you have flying on the
it's
wind.
good. I get it. I'm so used to contracts.
It sounds like it.
To be fair, you get fucked without them more often, so this is an improvement.
I will make sure that you are fully satisfied with the terms and conditions.
I
No purpose in
wish
screwing
I'd
over
asked
someone I am
Mama
trying
from
to.
here.
Okay.
Anyways, this has been incredible. These are such amazing items.
Of course. And if our partnership between me and your group, of which I actually don't think I asked previously, do you have a name that you all go by?
Nope. Oh, wait, no, we're the Six.
There's only 5 of you.
Yeah.
I will not ask what happened to the 6th one.
Steve, you
The- my-
the traveler. I'm sorry.
6 if you include mischief.
A couple of us have
True.
been, didn't make it.
I understand. My condolences. The partnership between myself and the 6, if it proves to be fruitful and you end up showing that you are capable individuals, well, you are welcome to buy your own merchandise from inside the city if we eventually get to the point where the item is crafted and you would still need further assistance in adventuring out to find this fix. I would be willing to part with some of the more common items that I have in my display room. Common to me, but not common in the status of a magical artifact. They are very rare and powerful objects.
Oh, yes, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much. This has been incredible.
Where you have presented with a reality-shattering concept of which I cannot deny, as the being inside of that drow has shown me the state of the world and the terrifying nature of which I have looking ahead of me in case I do end up living to that point now that I know I will not, or have not before.
Well,
I only hope that I can assist you in such a way that is equal in what you have done for me. You have things to do. I am sure you would like to reconvene, as a group to talk about your next steps. I am off to the academy to collect more tomes about this mischief and see if I can find any reference material to beings of her nature.
okay.
I will return by sunset. if you do need me until then, he kind of gestures to the earrings that are not the earrings, excuse me. Copyright. To the bands that are around your wrists. Hey, your boy was
Oh,
watching a
that's
show
right. We
earlier.
had.
I'm not going to list
I
anything.
forgot
Yeah,
about
as
that.
a reminder, in case you didn't write them down, you all have bands that like to communicate with Torrent Selir within a mile radius, excuse me, and you can also communicate within a mile radius with each other. So you technically all have ability to talk like Duradon now. Fucking Calistar just got a massive upgrade. It is only with those who have bracelets as well. You cannot peep into the minds of others within a mile radius. I will say that now.
Yeah.
Before
How
this man
many
tries to
did we
beat
have?
himself. You have one for each.
Okay, so Zyrus included.
Zyrus included,
Okay,
correct.
cool.
Technically, Zyrus can do it anyways if she gives over to
Don't.
Mischief.
No,
But, you know,
we got bands.
he didn't know that, so he gave Zyrus one. All right. As you guys head back over, and Torin closes up the room, you're not taking any items with you right now, but you at least know where they are and what they are. And if you want, I'll go ahead and I'll post each description in your private channel in a second here. Um, I need to quickly go refill in water as my throat is turning to the
Great.
Sahara, and I'm completely out. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Think about next steps and where you want to go in the meantime.
Great. 2-minute break. I gotta pee.
Perfect. 2 minute break. Be right back.
This match is only $30. Look what they came. Fucking
I don't know which item to choose.
I don't either.
Speaks to your heart.
Your mic is far away.
I had to bless America and everything that's grand.
Huh.
The crown and the bonsai sound the most interesting, honestly.
Yeah.
So which one will Kipley choose?
Oh.
Are those the only 3 options? I thought there was like. I thought he mentioned there was like a bunch of shit in there.
I think that was in the main room. I think in the small room it was just the specialty items. But man, crown, mercurial liquid, and bonsai. Bonsai.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I'm a child of the '80s. Karate Kid is.
Oh man.
Resurrection. Column stats. But the material.
Okay.
Yep.
I am back. I heard briefly because I do have a Bluetooth headset now that I did take it with me while muted. I
Nice.
just heard in the background bonsai.
Nonsense.
I will tell you out of character, if it helps with your decision. The bonsai tree essentially works kind of like a long-term version of the Tablet of Resurrection, in case anyone's familiar with the Res Wizard version of that. It's a one-time use and crumbles away after it's been used. However, in your case, it's not just a single use. It has the ability to roll a d4, and you get that many, that many root that have the ability to cast True Resurrection. So you could potentially get it up to 4 times if you're lucky, or you can get it to the 1. Either way. You do have to grow it. It is stationary, so you can't just like magic tree, throw on the ground, boom.
Is
But-
there like advantage if you grow it with Miracle Grow?
Let me think about Fantasy Miracle Grow. No. Absolutely not. No. Even if Mammoth assists in it, it'll just make it grow faster.
Got it.
It
Okay.
still takes time of a tree to grow, but there is plant growth and there is Druidcraft that can make it grow.
No,
you know.
I was
that's
gonna
good.
say plant growth for 8 hours
to know.
is like crazy.
Correct. So you could technically do it in a day if you wanted to. I would say for this, it would take 2 castings of plant growth. It would take
no,
a
my fourth
minimum
level
16 hours to
slots.
get to its full, but either way. But yeah, no, the Crown of the Beholder is actually I was looking for, because I wanted at least one of them to be rooted from 5e. Because Mercurial Liquid is myself, as is, edited version of the bonsai tree. But I was looking at items and I found Belshara's Beholder Crown and just went disgusting. I love it. There's an actual legendary item that you get from the skull of when you kill Beholder Queen, and it burrows into your scalp to bond with your skull when you attune to it. To make it to help and or dissuade you from choosing that as an item. Fucking the beams are super useful, and the fact they don't cost spells are awesome, but man, that alone is disgusting.
It
Okay.
just like speaks to Megan's soul. Maybe not Kipley, but oy
Yeah.
vey.
Or, you know, if you want, if you want to have the strength, constitution, resistances of an iron golem, that's also on the table. I feel like Duradon cries on the inside if Kipley does end up. Actually, I think you could cry either way if you take it or don't take it, because this would fix the fuck up of the curse that you got from the cards that changed your dexterity and constitution. So
Yes.
upon
Oh my
attuning to
god.
this, you match the dexterity, strength, and constitution of an iron golem. And while you would take a minus to dexterity, the strength is 24 and the constitution is 20.
Oh, this is so fucking. God damn it. Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds
And
good.
resistance out of rage without having to do constitution breaking on spells, or concentration breaking on spells, excuse me. Very strong.
Hey, gang, you don't have to sell me.
Okay. Oh, hey, oh, it's also not selling. It's more of just brutalizing in your face. I apologize.
I
Um,
know.
so, as you all gather back in the main room, what do you want to do? You got half a day ahead of you in case you want to stop by the academy, you want to go to the Braun Brazier, random street searching.
So, above board.
Mhm.
Man, unless you all have something, we're gonna be here for like a month or two.
Yeah.
Is there? I think I thought Doradon, you had mentioned you wanted to do like the possible the fighting, the underground fighting pits. Mammoth, did you have anything you wanted to do?
Um, Dom, didn't you mention we could work on like making a spell?
Correct. That was mentioned back when you originally started venturing overseas, because you had the week of downtime. This, especially in Relen, is going to make that even easier. Um, Torn's not exactly going to just open up his coffers to you guys for making spells, but if and when you get gold to get the prerequisite, because there is a bare minimum that you have to craft depending on what level of spell it is. Um, it is going to be 150 gold per spell level that you need to invest before you make it. But once you put that money towards the items it would take to try and craft it, we can go from there.
Does it have to be
Okay.
our class, or can it be a spell from a different class?
Crafting a spell would be essentially trying to create your own. If you want to try and base the spell off of another class's spell, that's also fine. Um, it's not going to be a one-to-one,
Mm-hmm.
reflavoring of a spell necessarily, but it can take aspects of it.
Okay.
Like, if you want like a guide, you're not going to get guiding bolt on your Eldritch Blast where everyone gets advantage, but if you want to try and get like a hex version that instead of doing extra damage provides advantage for one shot or something like that.
Okay. Okay.
There's opportunities. You guys are creative.
Hmm.
But yeah,
But yeah, other than
um,
that, I don't really have anything.
So
and
gold
that
making.
Yeah,
so money
sounds
because we're
like it.
broke. Um, yeah, I mean, you guys got multitude of job suggestions. It's really up to where you would like to try and put the six in terms of the spotlight. Some are definitely more
Hmm.
private. Some are definitely more public. Uh, the pits have both levels of private and public. As Finn did mention that there is the less than legal portions of it, but there is also the broadcasted fights and the braziers. Not broadcasted citywide, but within the arena.
Would would we know which makes better
You would know. Yeah.
gold?
I mean, based off of what you can collaborate between what Finn said and what Torin said. You probably need to go there to get the exact differences, but you can assume that the illegal is going to get you more because you are fighting something that you should not. So it is people that are paying an exuberant amount of money for you to risk your life.
Okay. So can we say we are outside of all of this? We're in the city. And
I think it's
we're
about the tower.
discussing where we want to go.
Sure.
Okay. Thoradon, clearly you're a pits guy. 100%. Mammoth, I feel like you're more, maybe the like at the school doing the hey, let's fight a wizard, let them beat the shit out of us, or at least attempt to try, or actually beat the shit out of us, but we're doing our best not to let them. Oh no, wait, I said Mammoth. I meant Mustang. Mammoth, I feel like you're more the pits guy.
He's also a child, so maybe not in the pits.
I kind of want to beat up on some students a little bit.
You want to beat up on students?
Sort of.
I
just want to know
You're
what's
so
going on
adorable.
over there. Also, I can turn into a bunch of animals and stuff, and they said that would be helpful, I think.
That would really bring a shock factor. I agree. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no. I don't know what Mustang would prefer. I don't care which way I go, honestly.
I mean, we're in the safety of a city. It's possible that we could all split up. Actually, no. I said it, and then I realized who I was talking to, and God. Okay, I see where the dilemma lies. Never mind. I retract my.
I think I'd be fine in the academy.
statement.
Academy.
Hmm.
Well, okay, 2 and 2. 2 and 2.
I can do 2 and 2.
Or 3 and 2.
Oh, yeah. As long as an adult is present with the either one of you, we're good. We're good to go.
I don't think I'd be great in the pits, but I'd be willing to try. I feel like I'd do better at least there than against a bunch of smart people.
I mean, we could do both, can't we?
Yeah.
We're gonna be here a while.
True.
Also, don't sell yourself short, Kipley. You could be really good in a battle of wits.
No.
I mean, think about it, right? Like, part of a witty battle is deception to some degree. the smartest person doesn't always win in a battle of wits. Not even the wisest person. Typically, a individual that can just bluff really good. Um, a good lie will see past a inquisitive or intelligent mind. So you have your perks and capabilities. Don't sell yourself short.
Thanks. Thank you for upselling my ability to deceive.
It's a good skill you got. Most of the time.
I'll remember that next time. You know. You all want to complain about me being a fucking liar all the time?
No, I'll still do that one, because yeah, don't get me wrong. I want you to understand the value that you hold in the tools that you have, but the times you choose to use those tools sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, it can be a doozy.
I am a creature that learns.
Like back home, how many different names did you have?
What?
And were all of them did they come with identities, or was it just like you felt like giving a different name, so you did?
I don't have any set, plan for them. They just kind of come in the moment.
Hmm.
Should I have, that kind of stuff? But it doesn't matter. Unless it does. Should I have, full personalities and names and everything built out? Is that how professionals do it?
You would probably have to ask someone from a thieves guild. That could be a good thing for you. Um, put lying to good use. Making connections in the thieves guild. You
No, I don't want to be a thief.
you don't have to be a thief to be a part of the thieves guild.
That
You can command
makes
other people
no
to still show in your
sense.
path. Do you believe that the people that run thieves guilds also can contain informants, can contain individuals that are just good at deception in various levels? It's called a thieves guild because of the fact that maybe that is a broad face of it, but they do other things. They can be a complex organism. Like guards aren't just always standing at a gate, guarding the city. They have other responsibilities, public outreach, and protecting in different formats and areas. It's not just because the name says it. That's what you do. There's other stuff.
Why do you know so much about the Thieves Guild?
Yeah.
I've had to put a lot of people in the Thieves Guild behind bars. I've hunted a lot of people from the Thieves Guild.
Hmm.
Can they
He's
say
not necessarily wrong either. These Irish just kind of give a a very awkward look towards Duradon.
Can they
He definitely hits one of those. We'll definitely talk about that one later.
gross.
In what way is it gross? I'm just saying thieves skills can be, multifunctional.
No, not that.
I've also-
Your sexual tension between the two of you that just continues on even 1,000 years back in
I
time.
can't look at him anymore. That's just
Just, I'm
gazing in his
saying,
direction,
get a
speaking.
private room, get things done, take care of it, take care of business, and
What are
let's
you
move
on
on.
about?
It doesn't just dissipate, right? Like, even let's hypothetically,
What are you?
he each
No,
take.
stop now. You're gonna get in trouble.
Doorknock gets ready to go, and the explanation is like, all right.
Let's focus on next steps and not taking
Right.
steps backwards.
Right.
Gotcha,
Pits. The
Yeah.
academy. I would like to come up with the spell as well, Mammoth. So maybe those, unless there's more, those are the kind of the gold spells and not getting
Information.
thrown in jail.
Oh, yeah, I like that
That's
last
Let's
one.
focus on that one primary. That not
Yeah.
going. To
Yeah.
jail. But
From what I've seen, that
It's
list.
like our biggest issue.
Yeah, it's returning.
actually,
Nearly every
while we're
account.
here, can I see if there are any guards about?
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Anyone who would like to join, well, either one person can give him advantage, so it's just dirt on rolling, or you can all roll.
I would like to give advantage.
Okay, so
I as
Duradon,
well.
give me and my sword and my axe and my advantage. Give me a perception check with advantage. 21. So, if you remember, which you probably don't, because it's been 3.5 or 4 weeks since you, no, 3 weeks since you were originally introduced to him. Zargor, or excuse me, Zargaw, the orcish guard that you ran into, didn't have a crest on top of his, like he didn't have a signia of Relen on his armor. But you are aware, he did say there's other guards that patrol this street. And you can see that while you're talking and like you're essentially walking and talking throughout the city. And again, Relen's big enough that you can do that without, having to walk around the same parts of town over and over again. As you're walking about, you can definitely tell there is certain armored individuals who all, again, all are crestless. They don't have any insignia on them. But you didn't ask him about this either. You can tell that there is. How do I say this without giving anything away?
Oh boy.
A 21 perception check.
It's one above
Would
a
you-
natural.
Shush. Would you be willing to roll the d6 and attempt to get higher? You would have to get a 25 or more if you want to get additional information.
Yeah, I'll burn an inspo for a d6.
Cool.
Um,
Only d6, 4 or higher. And who has the Kipling charm?
Doradon does.
I will use the Kipling charm.
So go ahead.
Because
It's
That
a
brings you to a
talisman.
24, so go ahead and use Talisman. Brings you up for another d4. 3. Okay, cool. So 20 is
7.
Thank you. Wow, I looked at 2 3s and was about to say 28. Hey gang. It's late. I can't do math.
Sometimes.
There's no excuse. Despite the pure math. With a 27, you can tell with that distinctive kind of variation between each guard has like their own armor. It's not uniform. You can tell that these like the suits of armor for like type of armor they're wearing, majority of them are wearing splint mail. There is some in full plate, and there is a few in less luxurious armors. There is a few in just chain. There is a few in just wearing a breastplate or just wearing leathers. But all of which have a black mantle on them. A black leather mantle that kind of goes around the back and is built into all of the armor. Again, lacking in insignia, but you can see with a 27, the guards that you ran into at the gate never identified themselves. But you can see there's other armored individuals walking around here that don't have that on. So you've, for let's say like about 20 minutes of like checking around your shoulder while you're talking, you've clocked there is specific city guards and or specific types of guards that are separate from the rest. Um, do you want to ask any of the locals about this as you're walking past?
Um,
You do know at least
I
one residence where you could ask about that in Finn's. Or you could just ask someone on the street as well.
I think Duradon, with his piss poor charisma, will indeed try to interface with the general public.
Oh.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a charisma roll. You can choose persuasion if you want. You can do intimidation. Up to you.
I think Duradon would believe he's being persuasive. But just his sheer size and his resting bitch face, I feel like he would go off on the intimidating, like,
Go for it.
um
Go.
not an advantage. 9.
9?
Uh
Perfect.
yeah.
Uh,
This guy,
Give me one moment. Hey, Jared, remember when you had me roll for a random character in 5e tools?
Yeah.
So funny. I haven't gotten that before. So
Someone gonna melt me.
no, quite the opposite. As you're kind of clocking these guys, you're in a crowded street, and someone that just happens to catch your eye that you go to reach out to, is you see a 3.5 foot tall grung, which for those who don't know, is a fishy frogman. Um,
No.
they these are kind of frog-like individuals who are constantly secreting this mucousy membrane that goes out around them. Can't really live outside of water too long and are very, very typically normal, just timid individuals because of their lack of strength and size. And you see this tiny little, like, older grung too. Like, he's probably in his 70s, maybe, he's on his last legs. Um, you watch just kind of hobbling out the street, and as you approach and go to talk to him, what do you say if a charisma check of a 9 for intimidation?
He looks down at the individual and thinks, like, because he's elderly and small, he has to be really loud. It's like, hey, you.
As you go to shout, hey you, towering literally twice the size of this little frog man. He goes, hey, I'm being robbed. Mantles, I'm being robbed. And
No, I'm not wrong. That's just what it's up.
you see all of those mantle-wearing individuals that are around the corner kind of turn and look and begin to briskly make their way for the crowd towards you.
Kiply.
You see little frogman just kind of clutches his chest, his over his heart. He just goes, I have nothing. Here, take her. And starts rifling for a sack and just pulls out what looks like to be like innards of some kind of other fish-like
What?
creature.
I don't want your stuff,
I-
man.
Please, I don't mean anything by it.
Hold
I
on,
was just
wait,
walking by.
wait. Sir, no. I think there's been some confusion. I'm sorry, my stupid friend here. So we had a friend that his name was Bruce, and he looked quite like you at one time. And my friend here, he's a bit of he's been hit in the head quite a few times, and he's really stupid at this point. A bit of brain damage, but you understand. He looked
He's
at
just
you
slowly
and
whimpering.
just saw that you might be this old friend we once had at one time. Apologies, no harm meant. You keep everything that you are. We're newcomers to the city, and, you know, everything being new here, he saw something slightly familiar.
You feel a tap on your shoulder.
Hi, hello.
You see a towering 6'5", full orcish individual who is wearing one of the leather mantles that go across a already scale-mailed body. You see that they do in fact have not a greatsword, but a longsword and shield strapped to their back. And you also notice that there is a staff strapped to their side as well. As you see it go, sorry, what's going on here? I hear there's a bit of a commotion. You shouted, "Hey, you!" and this older individual seemed to be shouting for help. Do we have a problem?
No problem. So, it was a misunderstanding. Your older individual that you're referring to, citizen, wonderful person, my friend here, he's really dumb. He's been hit in the head quite a few times. We're new to the city, newcomers, we're guests, and he saw someone that looked like someone we knew at one time, started talking to him, and it just...
Excuse me one moment.
Yeah.
And you see he leans down and kind of gets on one knee so he can get as close to eye level with the grung as possible. And he goes, "Barnaby, are you all right?" You see the old grung go, I don't think they want my innards. So yes, thank you. May I be on my way now? He goes, "Of course, Barnaby, be on your way. Have safe travels, please." And you see he snaps his fingers. He goes, "Sorrel, escort Barnaby to the temple." "Oh, thank you, kind sir." "Oh, he's not a worry about it. Have yourself a lovely day." Moves him aside. He goes, "Oh, we're in the middle of the street here. I hate to be a nuisance to our travelers and ongoers, especially carts. Do you mind if we move over to the side?"
Sure.
Wonderful.
Absolutely. Sorry, we did not
And kind of
mean-
waves you guys over, and you see he kind of waves
Yep.
some crowd traffic that was building up around this tall individual shouting at a older grung. And kind of moves you over to the side. You're kind of like right next to an alleyway between like a sort of cafe and a smithy, and you can see this like poofs of smoke going up. Here's the pumps of smoke. And you see he kind of gathers you all to the side. And it's not like in an aggressive manner. It's more of, the fuck are you doing? What's going on? And you see he kind of takes his helmet off. And you can see there's a full head of hair that kind of runs back into a very long, kind of tightly knitted braid that goes a little bit past the back. You don't really see the end of it because it is kind of tucked into the clothing a bit. But see, individual goes, "All right, so what's going on? Why are you shouting at random pedestrians on the street? Is there something I can help you with?"
No, we did not mean it to come across as shouting. We're still trying to figure out everything. That we're new to the city. We're asking Mr. Barnaby about the differences in the guards. We noticed you hold a different type of armor and insignia versus those at the gates, and honestly, we're just trying to make sure we're following the rules and not get in trouble. She kind of makes a face like.
He nods in your direction. He looks up towards you, Duradon, because he is again 6'5". You're 7'1", so he doesn't have to crane his neck all the way up, but he does kind of glance up in your direction. Was that what you were doing?
Yeah, I was trying to get his attention. He seemed like older and really small, so I was like, volume to project, in case it was like hard of hearing. But really, just kind of like you said, understanding the mantles, the situation.
He's not a good
Also, like,
judgment of volume.
and yeah, I didn't realize it was super loud. Um, but also just like laws in general.
Is this your first day in town?
I think
Yeah,
second? No, we've spent the night here, right?
but it's like our first day at like about town. I think
Yeah,
we've
that's
been
true.
focused on getting where we're going and haven't really.
Wonderful.
Uh,
All right. Well, let's take it one step at a time. I appreciate you trying to educate yourselves about how the city of RLN works. Also, would appreciate you not shouting at some of our more elderly and scared members, especially some who are slowly losing their, you know, senses and wits about them. We know Barnaby because he goes to he's one of the few followers of the Archheart still left in the city, and we escort him to the temples every now and then so he can get safe passage.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Thank you, and he's a lovely man once you get to know him. Let's start off with basic introductions. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you would have about the city guard who you referred to being different. Uh, I am a member of the Mantles, if that's the term that you were looking for.
Hmm.
We are hired by the architects of the city to survey the streets, carry out ongoing investigations, and act as in-house standing armies in case of invasion or threat upon the horizon.
So,
If you see a mantle, that means that every mantle is capable of casting basic level spellcraft in case you are injured. They have the ability to use scrolls. And most of us that have staves or wands by our side normally means that we are some type of spellblade, and that we are of a certain ranking within the mantles.
so who? Okay, there's the mantles and then the guards at the gate.
There's many common guards that are kind of held simply for information gathering, taking of a census, and keeping track of those who come in and outside of the gates, yes, but they are not part of the mantles. They are simply volunteer workers, excuse me. No one's required to take part within the city common guard, but there is many good benefits to finding a lifestyle within it. Keep yourself fit, keep the city safe, and as long as you play nice, eventually we'll be able to retire with a pretty decent fund to your name.
Oh, okay. That's wonderful. Okay.
And how much do you mantles get paid?
That's a very direct question. I will not answer the exact amount, but enough to be comfortable.
Nice. Is there somebody we could talk to about working as a mantle?
You're interested in joining our ranks?
Maybe temporarily. I'm a little bit short on gold at the moment.
Well, I can escort you to my supervisor, the one who manages the mantles in the. Oh, excuse me, as I have a coughing tantrum. I got something in my throat. Do you have a lozenge? They manage the mantles in this section of the city. There is three of them, but they are commonly referred to as the architects. I can leave a message with them. I am sure they'd be interested in some able-bodied individuals. You look well-traveled. They may have some qualms about a child going for the position, but there's no. I mean, there is an age restriction, I believe, but
Well, he
that's.
looks like a child, but he's actually quite a bit
I'm
older.
super
Okay.
old,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, how old are you?
like hundreds of years or something.
Do you have a ballpark?
Not really.
Uh,
Not
yeah,
really.
like, yeah.
Jordan will telepathically look to or make a connection with Kipley, and he'll ask, "Are we lying to law enforcement about what is obviously a child?"
I would never, ever
Just
lie to law
he-
enforcement.
can't gaslight me to not realize you actively. Oh, okay, all right.
Says the
All right.
man shouting at an old frogman. How about you just slow your roll for a moment?
Like that is not the same thing. Yelling at an old man and lying to law enforcement.
Not lying.
Two different things.
That's not lying. No lies at
Did I
all.
miss where Mammoth is not a child?
Oh, you're so precious. All right, she shuts it down.
You see the guard in front of you, by the way. You guys are having conversation telepathically, but you are still standing in silence. And he just goes, I'm sorry. Was that all?"
No,
Um,
So we just need to talk to any architect and you can get that ball rolling. Is that right?
There's those of them that manage the mantles, but all of them are familiar enough with them to get you into a introductory meeting. Um, why specifically, may I ask, are you interested in joining the mantles?
Because I am broke.
So you're just looking for a bit of gold. Understandable. Um,
well, and he has excessive qualities of
Excessive
guardians. Like
Ah.
he is someone that would look after even the most least beneficial citizen of a city and find them useful and want to protect them. Mammoth has so many qualities to offer to the mantles.
I need you to go ahead and just make me a flat charisma check using none of your proficiency bonuses for persuasion or deception. This is gonna be a raw vibe check
on.
right now.
Fuck you, bitches!
Because you are spiraling into a spiel and he's
Natural
just
20 for 25.
25. Okay. You see, he's kind of like not fully paying attention to what you're saying at first. But like the more you go on, the more he's like, "Oh yes, in Relen we do value every citizen. Yes, I mean, Relen isn't just a city of magic; it's a city of opportunity." And I'm so glad that you agree with that. As he points towards Mammoth. I myself used to have a bit of a rough upbringing. I I can reciprocate with the need and desire to protect others, but also starting from nothing, which it seems you have some items to your name, but um, I come from the glowing wildlands. As my family were born and raised there, and it was quite a trek to get down to Relen, but
Oh, that's so
they do provide
sad.
everyone with a second bit of opportunity to make a name for yourself.
Yes,
And
Mammoth also lost all of his family. He's not from the Glowing Wildlands, so. I'm sorry, what was your name?
oh, my apologies. We never traded pleasantries. My name is Nido Golrak. If you're confused on the spelling, it's in game visual. um, you see, he goes, and your name was Mammoth.
Yep.
Were you named after the creatures that wander the wildlands?
I was.
She kind of
Because
puts a hand over his chest. I know many tribes that were very fond of naming each other after powerful beasts. Mammoth is quite a strong and majestic creature. Docile, moving in herds, but will gladly put their lives on the line to protect one another. Is a noble name.
Oh, thank you.
You can see he definitely has lightened up a bit since the beginning questioning, and goes, if you are serious about joining the Mantles, of which I must warn you ahead of time, there is danger in becoming a Mantle. Many of us are targeted. Um, if there are ever threats within the city, we are the first responders. And so, any crime of a certain standard, anything that involves syndicates or foreign forces, they typically come after us first, as they know we would be there to stop them if we found out about any plans, if we caught any scent or anything on the wind. It's not uncommon to see a Mantle be injured throughout his career, especially when he's starting out and is fresh blood. But if you are serious about joining, I can recommend you and your friends, if they are also interested in joining, to Rashil Velenas. That is the man of whom I spoke to when I uh, originally was looking to be inducted as well.
Nice.
A shield. Okay.
Rashir.
Oh,
Yes.
Rashia. Sorry.
Rashir Velenas. He is one of the three architects that see over this city.
Sorry. I'm just so curious. The Glowing Wildland, it's. It's like this kind of mystical place. Can you tell me what it was like?
Fortunately, not quite as mystical as some would make it seem, but I can understand why those who have not lived there before could see the mysticism inside of it. Many powers left their marks on this world when they left 200 years ago. The Gloaming Wildlands was unfortunately the portion of the world that once filled with beauty, as far as has been passed down through my lineage, was told to be the wastes from where the remaining powers and descendants of both divinity and fiendish descent were left. Their bodies and ichor leaking into the land, corrupting it, causing all sorts of mutations to the wildlife, and turning a once paradise into a nightmarish hellscape, of which many of whom lived there previously could not escape.
So a land filled from the
Dying bodies of otherworldly beings. I myself had never seen one, but it is rumored that beneath the mountain tops and rolling hills are skeletons and still flowing rivers of black ichor.
It's interesting because I always hear about the death of the gods, but I never really hear about anyone talking about the death of the devils or demons or anything like that.
Well, to my knowledge, there wasn't many fiends that participated in the war. But there were some who were on both sides. I mean, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Classic tale as old as time. Many wizards or powerful beings of sorcery were willing to contract themselves to beings that were above them, just so that they had a standing chance in fighting such powerful celestials, such.
What city are you from in the Gloaming Wildlands?
I'm not from a city, I'm from
Oh.
a tribe.
Oh, tribe. Oh, sorry.
No worries. We call themselves the Nimbasas.
Nimbosus?
Yes, that was our tribe leader. Died eons ago. Well, I say eons, but 100 years, give or take. And the name stuck. We were a group of nomadic peoples trying to slowly work our way outside of the wildlands over the course of multiple generations. It's a very difficult place to escape, as the land itself almost seems like it twists and turns to prevent you from doing so. Unfortunately, well, a mix of fortunately and unfortunately, my close family was one of the few who were able to make it out alive.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I apologize for burdening you with such unpleasantries on such a joyous occasion of welcoming you into our beautiful city.
Not at all. I love stories.
Time and place, and I'm afraid I have stepped past my duties of a mantle. If you do require any other pieces of information, or you feel that you are being shouted at for information on the street, and he kind of gives a coy smile at Duradon, you may shout for mantles, as we are almost always nearby and ready to help.
One little thing before you go. I may not necessarily be as skilled in the protection game as my compatriots. Will we speak to the same people if like our skills were better suited for like hunting, or like bounty hunting, capturing people, runaways, different things like that? If we were more skilled with those type of things, is there like a place for us in this city, or is that like a skill set that isn't really utilized here?
In terms of people or beasts?
Both. Either or.
Ah. In terms of people, not necessarily. Relen being a city of magic, has had extraordinarily um, large histories of war and, of course, conflict when it came to divinity and such, but we have been in a long-lasting peace for quite some time now. Petty crime pops up every now and then, but not enough to warrant the need to hire hunters outside of the mantle or the common guard. Um, However, I am most certain that you could find quite a lucrative living hunting down either escaped experiments, um, wild beasts of a rare variety that are required for their blood, parts, properties, all different kinds and sorts. I mean, the artificers and wizards are one thing, but there's all different kinds of casters and occultists here that would pay good money, good gold for a hunter.
Oh,
Where to find such people? Let me see if I can remember any. Brutal. He goes, I'm afraid I'm probably not the person to go seeking out about that. If you would be looking anywhere at all for that, perhaps some of the families or students at the academies, those who have excess amounts of gold to spend and are willing to spend it.
All right.
Apologize,
Seems
I'm
like
not more useful in that. Hunting's not part of my skill set. Any kind of gestures to the scale mill armor. Sneaking up on things is not my specialty.
that's fair. It's definitely a acquired uh, set of skills that puts you away from people, which I don't think as a mental you'd be too fond of.
Not particularly.
But I do appreciate the information, or at least knowing that there's a possibility that someone needs a
Of course.
hunter is might be useful.
Do you need directions to any place while you're here?
Do we know where the fighting pits are, or have we not been told where those are?
The bronze brazier was pointed out to you by both Finn and Torin, so you know where it is. Yes.
Gotcha. No.
All right. Well, good day upon you, and welcome to Relen. I hope to see you all again. And kind of smiles towards Mammoth.
Bye bye.
And begins walking off.
Sargal? What was his name?
His name was Nido Gorog.
What? Oh.
Are you talking about his tribe?
No. Sorry. Looking at the wrong notes here.
No, you're good.
Nito Gora. Yep. I got it.
Nido Gorog from the tribe of Dumbasa.
The tribe of them boys.
Dumbasa?
No, Numbasa. Not gonna get that close to Duradon's name. I have some.
If Blue was like,
integrity.
I found a connection.
Yeah, bro, I found your great grandfather, dude. He has one syllable shared with your name. It has to be.
Connection!
Is he also like an orc?
He is!
He is a full-blooded orc.
Green
yes.
orc with white braid.
Damn right.
So,
Actually, go ahead, Duradon, real quick. Now that you mentioned that, give me a. Ah, God, what would this be? I'll say, give me either a survival check or a history check with advantage.
Survival history. Survival for sure. I
Yeah,
am
go for it.
definitely proficient at that. Not an advantage. Turn that shit off.
Did the heat go off? Did the survival go off?
Ah!
Brutal.
I
9.
died.
Ah, yeah, you don't really get too much unless you want to use a reroll or a d6. You don't really get much of a vibe off them.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll ball here. Um,
Fuck it, singular
on.
ball.
Don't fuck me here. Reroll. Oh, natural 20. 25.
Natural,
Let's go.
natural 20. God damn, you guys need natural 20s. There's a lot of naturals today. I'm only rolling the ones though, so that's either really good or really bad. Um,
A sharp balance.
you you can tell for a full-blooded orc, he seems rather small. And just by like the look of him, despite him speaking like he had an extensive history, he's rather young. And as someone such as yourself, who has gone for similar circumstances, you, based on the way he carries himself, the confidence, the build, the muscularity behind the armor, and the fact that he had a multitude of different weapons available, you get the sense that although he looks mature, he's probably either younger than you or very close to your age, and probably had a very similar upbringing and experience to you. Not to the same extent, but you get the sense that this is a guy who's seen combat from a very young age and has had to learn to adapt to use everything physically available to them.
I love to see it.
Eto.
Oh, yeah. It's good to see another Marshall brother in these streets.
100%. And plus, every mantle that you see isn't necessarily wielding swords as well. There are some that are wearing more simple robes and are purely casters, from what you can tell. There is only a few of them that seem to be rocking both a staff and sword.
Dordan like definitely gives them the props in the end. He definitely looks at the ones that are just like robes and staffs, and mentally he's thinking to himself, "Get your weight up, son. What you gonna do if there's a if there's a burning building? You gonna mage hand someone out? Get your weight up."
Plus, you know, just for that natural 20, I'll send you a little hint in your secrets channel.
Give me a second. I've been freed. Still wearing like my polo from work, and that shit was starting to
Gross.
choke me a little bit. Hey man, that looks like a orc that died a bunch of times last time.
No idea what you're talking about. That's all.
Okay.
Nice. I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with it. I'm definitely gonna have a one-on-one with this guy at some point.
But
not
no.
guys
to
off.
No. No.
definitely
Just
when Kip was
brawling
not
in the street.
Fighter pits, academy.
You guys off for the bronze brazier?
And mammoth. No. Fighter pits, academy for not only getting gold for fighting against the wizards or letting them kick our asses, and then also creating spells.
Okay.
We can
For
all-
order operations, because the day is coming to a close. It's not lately in the evening, but it is around like 4 o'clock. Um, if you want to do one thing before the day's over, you probably can't do both to fully scout out the academy and find the job and go to the brazier. Which would you like to do?
Probably the brazier, just to get a sense. That's my
Okay.
vote.
Is that the group standing? Brazier it up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can measure it up.
Cool, cool, cool. You guys head down a little bit past the academy and don't actually have to look that far to find the bronze brazier, excuse me. Did I say bronze brazier? Jesus Christ, it's a muscly brazier, this guy. Because the building, in fact, has a bronze-like exterior. It's not made of bronze in any way, shape, or form, but you can tell that the uh, exterior of this building, while not built in a one-to-one recognizable format, has spikes alongside the tops of the walls that look and resemble from a distance very much like a brazier. And you can see that there is not a flame, but there is a lamplighter, one of those bluish crystals that are kind of floating above the city. There is one directly above the building, and it almost looks like the building is a brazier that's enclosing on the crystal. The crystal is just slowly continuing that pulsing effect that you saw when you first walked into the city. You see, there's no like guard at the front of the building necessarily, but there is a gate to get inside of it. And you can see there is a few people that are just kind of hanging around the front. That are none of them are mantles. Um, but you can see are wearing armor with no insignias or crests on them as well. And you can see there's a few individuals in front of you that kind of walk up. You can see have a brief talk or introduction, nod their heads, and then go through. Um, and as you approach, you see kind of one of the larger individuals. Or I say larger. They're topping like 5'9". These guys look like more of kind of thin casters. Goes, excuse me.
Yes.
You look very familiar. Have I seen you before? You see they're pointing directly at Mammoth.
I don't think so.
Are you sure? I
No.
swear I've seen you someplace. You see the other two
Uh,
kind of look at him and go, Jimmy, what the fuck are you talking about? He goes, I swear I've seen this kid. He looks so. Oh, wait a minute. I see it. You guys don't see it. I think you're both blind. You, my friend. Do you have a sister?
no.
Damn. Apologies for wasting your time. My name is Jimmy. How may I help you?
I'll just kind of look at Erdon or Kipley.
Apologies.
We're
Bears a
here.
striking resemblance to one of my friends.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that there's a relation.
Short, halfling lass. About here. And he puts his hand at like 3 feet tall.
Well, okay, what's her name, perhaps?
Veronica.
Veronica. She looks over at Mammoth for a brief moment. Wait. Veronica? Are you serious? Don't you have a sister named... Or like a distant cousin?
I don't.
Right, Veronica!
Can I like telepathically link with Kipley and ask what she's
I thought
talking
you were going
about?
to do an insight check, and I really wanted to. Yes, you can automatically link for the bracelet.
What are you going for here? I don't know what this. I don't know what's happening.
No, see, you just go with it. You
I don't
always
see the
go... The point is, you always go with what the person's suggesting. Always.
I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, I love you, but let's do it anyways.
Okay.
Veronica, she says out loud.
Oh, you do know her.
She has like
Yeah.
the red braid. Is it the red hair? Is she a ginger?
Yeah, she.
Oh, wait.
What?
No.
he goes with like full confidence, like, oh, wait a minute. Do you not? Yeah, she does have red hair. I mean, what? She changed
I
it since she left
knew it.
up over here.
Well, she had blonde the last time we saw her, so I wasn't
She was
sure.
blonde?
Yes, no, she totally had it blonde the last time
When
we
did she
saw
dye
her.
her hair? Holy shit! You get look. She was Veronica. Our V the Slayer was blonde at one point. That's fucking hilarious.
You
Well,
don't question a woman's taste, all right? You just let her be what she is.
hey, look, she can do whatever the hell she wants. She keeps showing up here, putting on performance. We're not gonna complain. She makes us good money. Are you all here to join in the fight pits? You all here looking for the brazier?
There's fighting pits.
Yeah, we got all different sorts of classifications. We got, standard entry level fights. We pay a certain amount of gold, essentially per danger rating of creatures that you'd like to fight. They are public displays. They're open up to a specific select group of people who put the money into a pool to bet versus the beasts and or monsters you'll be fighting versus you guys. A extremely popular sport here. A lot of mages get into it because it's a great way to make a quick little bit of gold in case you're down on some hard times. And you can ask V. She had nothing when she came in. By the time she came out, glistening pans everywhere she went. Covered in blood afterwards, but oof,
Yeah, woof.
some really good cooking wear.
How much does she make?
She hasn't been in a while, but I think the highest, like singular payout or like total? Because total, I have no idea. She probably made a shit ton, but
No, just
highest
like
singular
in a
payout.
single. Yeah.
Uh, I mean, it was probably 15,000 gold that was paid out into the group that she was in. So I don't know how much
Okay.
specifically she made. Maybe around like 7K.
That's maybe decent. She kind of looks back at Duradon.
Maybe. Oh, gee. What kind of gold you making that? It sounds like it's decent.
Well, you know, we're used to fighting monsters flying in the air, like big old. Yeah, I know. I don't want to sound like we're being arrogant or anything
No,
like that.
no. By all means, what is the most dangerous monster that you fought so far?
A
you
giant
say?
island with legs and tentacles.
Ah, this kid. He kind of gently like pushes on your shoulder. Ah, we love making up stories when you're young. It's fine. No, but seriously, what's like the biggest,
Well, who do you
reputable
think taught
monster
V all
you
she
fought?
knows?
Huh?
Oh no! Oh no!
What did Ma'am say?
I said, well, who do you think taught V all she knows?
Who do you think taught? She said she had a younger brother. You taught her how to fight?
Yep. I'm the special one in the family.
Interesting. You don't really look that. No offense, you don't look outwardly strong in terms of like physicality like V does.
Oh, looks can be deceiving.
Hmm.
Sure, hey, I'm not gonna argue. All different types of people in Relan. You can run into a bunch of different shit. Some people use illusions, alter selves, whatever bullshit. All right.
That's the beauty of this little form here. No illusions. Just a pack of power in one little punch.
That's me.
You kill things in one punch.
One man
Oh,
punch.
none of that.
One little punch. I would pay good gold to see you punch things, and then they die after one hit. That'd be amazing. The little fella walk up, boom, power knuckle, clay golem, down in 1 second.
Well, how much would you pay for a child to take out,
Oh, I don't pay.
some... Oh, who
I
does?
I just help book the fights here.
Well, book is for the toughest thing you got.
Oh, well, you know.
Listen, kid. I love you coming in strong here. All right. I personally could not do that to V because I would not want to kill a kid brother. Also, even though you would be resurrected afterwards, entry fee into that high level fight, don't know if you could afford.
Oh, definitely not.
If you are going to fight the biggest and baddest, you gotta be prepared to either resurrect yourselves or pay the resurrection fee for us to revivify you in case of your death.
Just so we kind of
Or
understand
if
what
you're
the
crazy
stakes
enough-
are.
Hey, hold on, let me finish.
What?
Or if you're
Yeah,
crazy
sorry.
enough, you can sign a waiver and turn away all resurrection to fight it. You know, balls to the wall, if you will.
Sign
There's
us
no
up
coming
for
back
the
in case you die.
fight. You have the tree.
Yeah, you know, hold up. Maybe... I feel like a little information. Just before we, balls to the wall, just out of pure curiosity, I feel like one bit of information would be pertinent.
Oh. What do we need explaining?
The top enemy that has ever been fought in the pits.
Yeah.
What was it?
In all time or like recent history?
Eh, let's say within the last 50 years.
50? Okay. Braun Brace does, I mean, it hasn't been doing fights officially that long.
How long has they been doing fights?
Approximately about, Timmy. He goes, yeah? How long have you been doing fights for? Like 20 something? He goes, I think it's been open for like 37 years, but we really only been doing like official fights for like 30, right? The other guy goes, I don't know. I think we've been doing fights a little bit longer. Like, hey, ballpark, we'll say 25.
Yeah, but that's great.
25 years. In 25 years, I've been working here a solid 6 years. Gotta say, I've seen my fair share of shit since I started working here.
Yeah.
And the craziest thing that I've seen, huh?
Psycho.
Well, God's gonna have to roll for it.
Oh.
Well, actually, someone want to roll D100 for me? Because there is over 100 options.
I'll let Mammoth roll that.
I'm just gonna pick
61.
61.
Nice.
Beautiful. Thank you. That's a nice straight in the middle here. 61. Well, like, you know how the danger ratings work, right?
Yep.
No, but my friends do. I bet.
No.
Okay. What do you mean you know, but your friends just say they don't know? That's fine. I'll explain it. When beings of dangerous and reputable nature are cataloged within Relen, they're given a DR, danger rating. It's based on what, essentially what how many, powerful adventurers or like common guard mantles, etc., etc. I don't know the exact scheme actually, but like essentially how dangerous the creature is out of a scale of 50. You very rarely get anything past 20. 20 is normally like if you see it, you run or you're dead. Um, but there was one time where a very greedy individual had made their way into town and had thought that they could disguise themselves to get a little moolah, get a little magical item shopping spree, essentially. Except they wanted it for free, and they were extremely dangerous. Um, we had a adult white dragon that was apprehended and put in the ring. Uh, it killed quite a few people. I'm not gonna lie, and probably the most paying fights that I've ever seen. I didn't see half of it because the spectator arena got frozen into blocks of ice, and I got the fuck out of there as soon as I could. But from the
Wow.
rest of the fights that happened afterwards, they clearly won, and the dragon was put back into its holding cell where it's not left for 6 years. So
Oh my
if
goodness.
that's what you think you can handle,
That is so
I
dangerous
don't.
sounding. That
It
sounds like
is.
a pure 50. I'm surprised you only considered it a 20.
Oh, but
Wow.
you have to remember, like 50 are like gods.
Wow.
So
Okay. Oh, yeah. Wow.
yeah,
Like an ancient white dragon or like a young?
I'm pretty sure it was ancient. I'm not sure.
Wow.
I don't really. We didn't get like an age check on it. It was just,
And it's still in the dungeons.
yeah, yeah.
Incredible. She kind of looks back at Doradon.
Anyway, so you guys still looking to sign up?
I sure
I
would
mean,
like
Um,
to.
I wouldn't recommend fighting the dragon the first thing unless you're fucking crazy. But
I mean, is there a scale rating that we can choose from?
oh yeah, absolutely. We got a lot of intermediary fights. I would probably suggest for some guys like you, and you look decently strong. I mean, if you want, we can get you status, and we can tell you what you would be recommended to fight.
What would be the highest
That sounds
payout?
fun.
Highest payout would be the ancient dragon.
Oh,
That
they
would
would just bring
be.
it right out, huh?
Oh no, I thought you said. I'm sorry. I thought you said would be the highest payout.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you would be walking away with over 100,000 gold if you fought that thing.
Oh, just one person? Or could you do like a group?
Now, you can do a group. They don't necessarily have a limit to how many people you can fight it. There's just a recommended party sizes. You can only fit so many people in that arena, and a lot of drunk idiots have tried it at one point. You can imagine where they're standing right now.
Yeah.
Again, I would highly advise against it. You would probably die.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, you never know. Some guys have beginner's luck. Some people carry really powerful items. Shit can happen.
Right. Um.
There's all types of creatures that we can fight. There's a
What about like in the 10,000 gold range? 10 to
10,000.
15.
Yeah.
Why are you really looking for a specific mark here? 10 for 15k each, or as a total prize?
Total.
Total
Oh,
prize.
wait,
I mean, yeah.
Are you talking about 100,000 gold pieces each for killing an
Oh yeah.
ancient white dragon?
I mean, well, it's 100,000. Pot split amongst people.
Okay.
That's more than you
let's
could
talk
ever
about
really spend in a lifetime.
maybe like 10 to 15 total.
Total?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, you could fight. There's probably Hydra with that. Um, Powerful elementals. Ghosts. I wouldn't recommend fighting the ghosts.
Yeah, no ghosts. That sounds terrible.
Also, I'll say it beforehand because you guys, you're friends with V. You already know how the system works. Um,
Yeah,
he's looking directly at Mammoth as he says that. Which by the way, Mammoth, give me an insight check.
Let's see. 17.
17. You are fully looking at this guy. One, you've seen a lot of people. You've seen a gauge between intelligent and not intelligent. He definitely falls on the latter part. Um, he full-heartedly believes, for whatever reason, that you look like whatever person he's imagining in his head. You have no idea why, but you can tell he genuinely like you either have like a doppelganger right now, or there's someone that looks very similar to you right now.
Okay.
At least from what he is given out from energy wise, because he doesn't look like he's just fucking with you. But you see, he goes, hey, you guys know how it works. All right, because you're friends with V, I'm giving you a little, throwing you a little bone, but they don't really tell people ahead of time. You put in a danger class rating, a danger rating, and then they just give you a fight.
awesome.
You get to know the prize ahead of time, but you don't tell people what the main event is because they don't want you to know.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I will
would
tell
like-
you this.
We get tested.
Yeah, oh yeah, I was gonna say, if you want to do this through the proper channels, and you want to do this, for a regular method, we have a mage. They'll go ahead and just cast status on you just to check and make sure that you are up to the bill for whatever you're fighting. And they can also recommend a danger rating that they believe that you can successfully beat. And then they will offer you one above that, two above that, or vice versa below that if you're looking for a safe fight.
Yeah, let's do that.
Wonderful. All right, give me a moment, and you guys start filing through. Go ahead, two doors down the left, second left, excuse me. You're looking for, excuse me, you're looking for an inhaler, and after you get an inhaler, you're looking for Latrice.
Latrice and Halia?
Sure. Hell yeah, sorry, I guess I was stuck in my throat. These fucking allergies are awful. All right, yeah, you're looking for Latrice.
Latrice.
As you're looking to be statused.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Hey, you guys have fun in there. If you guys do have fights, though, let me know. I want to see. I want to see what this little kid that taught V what she knows can do. Punch
What,
me.
what was
Yeah.
your name?
Jimmy.
Fuck you, Jimmy. You're awesome.
Hey, fuck you. I like you, too.
Yeah, fuck you.
Piece of shit. Hey, that's proud. Opens the gate, lets you guys in. And you can see, as you begin to make your way through the hall, excuse me. Now that you've gone inside the building, there is heavy security. There is a number of mantles in here. There's also a number of common
There's
guards
mantles
that
in
are
here?
mantles.
Oh,
The guard that you met previously outside.
there's officials in the pit.
Correct. Yeah, this is sanctioned. You were told that ahead of time. As
No, I
lax
thought
as
this
Jimmy
was
was at the
like-
gate about hyping it up, this is still an officially, government endorsed fighting arena. You see that as you make your way through, there is a second door on the left. It is unlocked, and it is ajar, not fully closed or fully open, excuse me, but it's partially open. You can see sitting behind a desk, currently polishing a wild-looking sword that looks like it is made of some type of either like crystalline flower element or something. You see there is a woman, dark skin, kind of hazel eyes, and this shock of teal hair that just runs down past her shoulders. You see she's currently in the midst of polishing their sword as you all kind of shuffle in. Does anyone knock, or do you just walk through?
We'll announce knock knock.
Did you just say
And
knock
then
knock
walk
as you
in.
enter?
Yeah.
You say knock knock as you walk in, and you see she stops, gives a look up at all of you, goes, "All right, come on in. Let's go. I don't have all day. Are you here to be statist?
Yes, we are.
Wonderful. My name's Latrice. I am the official status woman of the Bronze Brazier. It may sound like it's made up role. It's because it is. I hold no actual power over anything or anyone. I am simply a wise enough individual that can look into your current capabilities and tell you what you are capable of fighting here at the Bronze Brazier. Now, if you have any issues with what I'm going to say about what your capabilities are, please do not take it as an offense. I am judging purely based off of your awakening status. Nothing more, nothing less. If it injures your pride to do this, I recommend you leave the room. Any questions?
Nope.
Wonderful. Who would like to be first?
All of us.
Need to do it one by one. Can't do it all at once. Not how a spell works.
Those two.
Perfect. Which one of you two is going up first?
She points to Doradon and Mammoth.
Doradon will say, "No, Zyrus is also with us, right?"
Mm-hmm.
Cyrus is with you as well, and she's she's sitting in the back going, giving you like crazy eyes. And you hear through mental connection, I don't think I should be statist.
No, that's fair.
Obvious
That's fair.
reasons.
Yeah.
Doradon will say to the other two, I think they should go first. I just heard about all of the wonderful things that I didn't know earlier. I'm excited to see what their statuses are. And he kind of looks at the two of them who have uh played up the deception. And he's excited to see what their statuses will reveal because I don't think he was there for their initial inauguration of Awakening.
You were not.
Yeah.
And plus, you were in the city long enough to check their records for when they registered at the guild.
Yeah, so Duradon is excited to see what they're like. He will insist that he be the last one.
Wait, are you talking
Um,
about Mammoth and Kipley or?
Yeah, Mammoth and Ghibli, their statuses. Because Duradon wasn't with you all when you got awakened and got your like rankings in the old timeline.
So
Um,
specifically, what do you say over the bracelets to us?
He's saying now, Duradon is speaking out loud that he has
Hmm.
learned a lot of new things from your conversation that you had with the dude. And so he's very interested to see what your statuses will reveal. And he insists that you all go first, or rather, he insists that he go last.
All right. Yeah. Whatever. I'll just go first.
Wonderful. Step up. You're going to feel a probing inside of your mind, and you're going to feel it kind of around you in the air as how this spell works. Don't resist it. If you do, won't be able to do my job. Good. It's
Yep.
not going to feel uncomfortable. You're just going to feel like I'm buzzing. Wonderful. Go ahead and give. You can either choose to resist and give me a Constitution saving throw, or you can make the spell failure. Or you can, excuse me, succumb to the spell failure.
Yeah. I'll fail it.
Wonderful. You watch as no evident change occurs in this, and I would like all of you, including Duradon, to go ahead and make me a history check. As this happens, there is the slightest bit of a golden flare around Mammoth, and you see Latrice kind of nodding to herself, beginning to mumble.
Fuck.
Natural 20. I'm so glad that you got the nat 20 on this, Duradon. This makes the most sense. There's 4 on Kipley and a 13 on Mammoth. Mammoth, you vaguely remember this. Duradon,
Vaguely.
you are both of the level to use this and would have been using this for the majority of your time on Paradise Peak. This hasn't been used in-game in about a year, but it still exists. Remember that ability that you can use once you hit 5th level called Awakened Awareness, where you can use your bonus action to study a creature within 15 feet to learn highest ability score. You can learn their CR rating if they're a creature, or their class level. That's a thing. Duradon's aware of this because you were taught how to do this a very long time ago. It was one of the first things that you were eventually made proficient in by Captain Eingard when you were first becoming a part of not just the household that you chose, but part of the Bounty Hunters Guild on Paradise Peak. Awakened Awareness isn't a spell, and that's why barbarians, fighters, and everyone can cast it. Is a awakened feature. And you watch right now with a natural 20 as Latrice Laurel, her full name, casts it as a spell. You don't see any indication to what it would normally look like when you do this. If a natural 20, I'll allow you, go ahead and make me a raw intelligence check. I know you're not good at them, but I'll let you take, I'll let you potentially try and get a hint out of what's occurring. Also, I never posted Latrice. There you go. She does have art. 19!
If
You know.
it's a failure, he can add the talisman.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might as well add talisman because it's at the end of the session here.
Cool. I'll add a
Roll me a
talisman
D4.
and I'll throw an inspel on it as well. Ooh.
4, 23, and you get a 6. I'm gonna lose my shit.
Oh.
Oh my god! 28. So here's the thing. You are not a learned individual. By no means.
He's got friends.
You have the power of friendship and a talisman. And also in this moment are so locked in to whatever this spell is going to be, out of concern for the very rightfully so concern that Zyra's is going to get caught, because there's no way in hell she's going to be at the same level as you guys. You anime, she's on my side. Power of God and anime on my side. In this moment, you don't have anything to confirm it, but Duradon has a singular thought as to what she's doing for Latrice's status spell that she's casting. You fully think, because this is so far in the past, they don't know what Awakened Awareness is. And that this is a spell-based form off of that is, at least to her, an at-will casting, so it doesn't look like it's an actual, like, verbally... it doesn't require any somatic components to make it look like a spell, just verbal. You fully think that this is an older version of what you have been using for years to hunt people down and make sure that the right person that you were supposed to be contracted to kill and or bring back. Meaning, you're the new shit. You're the upgrade. This is the medieval version of trying to see if You throw a woman in the lake. Is she a witch? Does she float? She's made of wood. Of course she is. She's a witch. Uh,
Yeah,
this is
it's
this is
like
the witch
having
detector.
a modern day iPhone and seeing someone with a Nokia.
Uh-huh.
You're like,
With
look at
a
this new phone.
V1 BlackBerry.
Yeah, it's like, oh, like we're hot shit out here. It's like, yeah,
Now,
most
because of
definitely.
that, you think that there's a good chance it won't be able to reveal everything to the same degree that you would be able to find out. But vice versa, it also comes to mind the danger rating level of assessment is probably based on what she can tell. So you have a feeling that you might accurately be able to figure out what danger rating you can actually take on. That's what you get for
I
28, pal.
think
um,
he'll definitely Dordon will be in the back, kind of like assessing at the same time that um, everyone is being assessed by Latrice, and kind of like see what the difference between them is to see how accurate his is compared to hers.
are you going to be using Awaken Awareness as well?
If there are no visual cues to it, then yes. If I know that there are, then I'll just do it at a later point.
Cool, cool, cool. Technically speaking, for Awakened Awareness, there isn't. For whatever this is, there is. Because you can see the fluctuations in the gold around people.
I'll be
So you can
doing.
you can try and do it at the same time. Um,
Yeah.
you see, as she finishes the spell, she looks towards Mammoth and she goes, "All right, yeah, that works. You are a 7th level awakened. From what I can tell, you have just recently actually hit 8th, which is fascinating. You can cast up to a what 4th level spell.
Yeah.
Fantastic. She looks towards Kipley next. Same portion as before. Try not to resist. Gonna feel buzzing. Nothing invasive. Do you try and resist?
Oh. Oh. I feel like she does.
Cool. Give me a Constitution saving throw. You were looking to be a DC of 17.
Ew.
18. Cool, cool, cool. So you resist. She goes to cast the ability, fails, looks at you and goes, "Okay, so if you want me to accurately do my job, you're gonna have to stop whatever you just did."
I didn't do anything.
Right. From what I've described to you, this is all consensual unless it isn't. If you don't want this, I don't have to provide it for you. I am simply doing this because you are newcomers here, and I assume Jimmy told you to come here so I can accurately value what you can fight realistically without killing you, so that you can make money, and we don't have to have that public display, and we don't have to risk unnecessarily newcomers coming in saying that they can fight something they cannot.
Kibbley
So if you're fine with that, I won't do it.
gets
If you
a
want to
little
know,
misty-eyed, and she just looks towards Duradon and presses a hand to her chest. I thought it was being consensual. I apologize. I will defer to the others. My apologies.
that's fine. Business to your own. Big boy. Actually, no, you said you wanted to go last. You points at Cyrus. And Cyrus goes, "Oh no, I'm also good." You see, the just goes, "I think there's some confusion. If I only read one of you, it's not going to be an accurate reading. You can say you're all the same level, but again, you're diluting the point.
I'll go. They, uh, I feel like have some deep-seated trust issues that go into subconscious. So they'll be all right.
Very well.
Oh, you hear in the bracelet, you fucking bastard.
She backed off, didn't she?
You see the brief go around Duradon. Do you choose to fail?
Oh yes, Jordan.
Choose to fail? Choose. Interesting. And you see there's a moment where she lingers longer than she did Mammoth. And there's a second flare-up around Mammoth. Mammoth, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, she's
13.
never choose to fail. Always choose to succeed.
You see, for a split moment, her gaze quickly dart between Mammoth and Duradon before once again smoothing over to that kind of customer service-esque face. Very well, I've read two of you. You're both at the same 8th level. Is that what you would try and go in under for what danger rating you can deal with? Assuming that you are all of that same awakened level. And there's a pause between the words as she kind of looks at all of you before her eyes kind of drift back to Duradon as you've been one of the few direct speakers of the group.
Ask her what the gold output would be, she says to the bracelet.
It depends. An 8th level bounty. What would that generally net as far as gold?
If you fight a danger rating creature of, it is normally the calculations from which they do. Starting at danger rating 1, you would only get 50 gold, but they multiply it for each danger rating above that. If you're looking around 8, you're probably only going to be getting maybe 200 per person for a group your size. So, a total prize pool of, around 1,500, 1,600 gold, but...
What about 10 or 12 at the...
If you are also awakened of an 8th level and above, and you possess very powerful magical artifacts, the highest that I would recommend that you would do is 12. 12 will earn you a higher profit of a total prize pool of 7,500 gold. Now, that being said, 10 is the benchmark for going in, that we have to have you either sign a waiver saying that you are okay with bringing either your resurrection materials yourself, or that you are fine with not being resurrected upon death. I must warn you, these are very powerful creatures. And while 10 out of 50 doesn't exactly sound like a lot, please remember that 50 goes up to the godlike levels, and anything at 20th danger rating could kill in an instant.
Right.
Oh, what are you guys feeling?
What?
Now, if you really think that you can handle more than that, we're not going.
How much
I will
is a
not
10
recommend against it.
level 10 payout?
Did you ask for how much is the payout? Payout for that would be 5,000 gold.
Let's start there. Let's just start there. Let's see if we're noble to survive that.
It does take time to plan out these fights. You do have to book the slot. I will say this. If you book the time and the place and don't show up, there will be a downtime period where you'll not be able to participate, in future events, as we do not exactly have an excess amount of clientele who can handle such high fights. So when one is scheduled, the betting pool starts immediately, as we do not want either side to know what individual they are fighting, or how many, or who it's going to be, so that it is fair in its unbiased nature. If you don't show up, you'll be banned for at least 5 months. If you do show up and you win, you'll be recommended to fight at the next available time. Normally, each fight is spaced out between a week, so that way we can repair any damages and properly prep the arena for. Well, it depends. Next major fight is about every week. Minor fights go on about every night to every other night. But a danger rating of 10 will certainly be worth preparing for.
How long do you think?
Until it's ready?
Yeah.
Well, we haven't had one in quite a while, so I would say we can get it ready by earliest if you're ready tonight. But, if you want to take time to prepare, we can have it ready by tomorrow night as well.
What if we did a level 8 right now and then wanted to do the 10 later? That would be like a week.
It greatly depends on. Level 10 would garner, even though there's only 2 danger ratings apart, would garner a lot more attention, a lot more bets, and a lot more business for us. So that one we can do at the last minute. If you just wanted to do a danger rating of 8, I would recommend that be at least 2 days out, so that way we can inform everyone upon the status of such an event. 10s and above, you can gather a crowd in a night, but anything below that, going to need to convince people to come in. I will say this. If you're looking to only use this once and make a large amount of gold, it is extraordinarily dangerous, but if you feel that you have faced adversaries in the past and come out successful, do it one and done. Try not to make this a consistent thing. People get injured, people get hurt, they can't pay for their repairs and or wounds, and they get stuck in a never-ending fight of trying to leave this place. This is not a bad place of business.
It's a great
But if you
question.
do not have,
though.
if you do not have a lot of gold, and one of your friends gets gravely injured or dies, unless you have Revivify and the materials provided, I would not do this more than once. It's simply not worth it.
Do we?
I've seen many people come in and out of here, and not many consistently return unless they have the backing of someone who would like to see them fight.
Kippity kind of slow turns and looks back at mammoth Mustang. And Zyrus and says in the bracelet, do we have that type of backing? I know we have certain healing properties, but like Revivify, we good with that?
I still need the components to cast that. We don't exactly have a surplus of diamonds.
I think we should just do level 8 for now, and we can come back later if we want. But I'm tired of getting my butt kicked for no reason, so level 8's my vote.
What did we fight before? Not a Varricat. What was the monster?
Varnak?
Varnak.
Yeah. I assume the danger rating of that was far greater than the majority of what beasts they have here to offer. But again, that creature was wounded at the time, so keep that in mind. It had an artifact level weapon, keeping it suppressed. Now, if we had that artifact, then... And you see she stops herself and just kind of gingerly turns and looks towards Duradon. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I saved Kipley, and so it was worth it.
Whoa. Wow. I can hear that.
Keep in mind, we have a lot of very powerful items at our disposal. It seems like doing low-level fights is not exactly going to get us a lot of gold, and making new spells is very expensive, and researching is probably going to be just as expensive. If you want to do 8, we're probably going to have to do multiple of them. If we want to do 10, 1,000 gold per. I'm fine with sharing as well, because I don't really need much in terms of new spellcraft.
Level 8. That sounds great.
Yeah, then we could get the money for 10. So then there's,
Yeah.
if something does happen, we'll be fine. Let's do things differently. We got. This is a new city and a new time.
Yeah, let's play it
Maybe we
safe
should-
for once.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
that we should put all in on this. I'm just saying that some of us, have extraordinarily strong abilities that you probably could fight something stronger than the normal recommendation. And having a surplus of gold certainly isn't going to be a nuisance at a time like this.
Yeah, I also think
But for
we've
the first
kind of
fight-
been
just did level
riding
9?
along luck.
For the first fight, I'm completely with all of you that we should see what it's like for a lower level opponent. But I'm just saying, Duradon and Kipley and Mustang and Mammoth, all of
That's
you are
all of
extremely
us.
powerful individuals. And also you have extremely powerful items with all of you.
I don't.
Maybe we don't. Well, you did just make a deal to get one.
Yeah, but I don't have it.
I'll sign a contract and you do. And then
I think maybe. So there are other things that you all want to do. I agree with Mammoth. Maybe do things differently. Seems that it may be a good idea potentially to see what the expenses would be around the other things that you all want to accomplish. Because I don't know how spells work, but wizards oftentimes are the people that I know make spells the most, and those fuckers are always like strapped for gold. So we can go and see what your endeavor would cost and make a choice based off of that.
also true.
Are we allowed to have like a reservation and then cancel it beforehand?
If you book a fight and you do not show up, I have already warned you what happens.
Yeah, but what if we book it and then come back tomorrow and say never mind before it?
Young man, I will not be repeating myself.
Okay.
The preparation it takes to ready such a creature and such an arena, it takes time, gold, and effort, and to simply waste it by canceling it the day of or prior is not acceptable. Now, if you
Okay.
were a standing member here, then yes, you could cancel it in a week in advance. But as you are first timers, unfortunately, that is not the case.
So, 8th level?
Yeah, we can do 8th levels in 2 days. It's the bare minimum, and listen, I know that she's been very vocal about not doing this often because it can create debt. This is kind of my thing. This is kind of my shtick. So even theoretically, even if we do it the one time, I more than likely will be doing this more often.
I appreciate that. You are so right. At the same time, you're also the one that's always reminding us that you've died the most out of all of us.
Actually, curiously, Durdon, do you say that out loud? The
Yes,
statement about doing this more
Jordan
often?
has
Oh.
been, yeah.
Kipley's
voices-
responding
yeah,
via
voices-
bracelet, but
As you say you can do this by yourself, you see she does goes, if you do choose to take on a danger rating of 10 or over by yourself, the prize pool does not only go to yourself, but it does increase by not just the 10,000 gold that you'd be getting. It has a multiplier on it per danger rating above 10.
how much?
If we're talking about just for reference, a danger rating of 15 would be 1.5 times the amount of gold provided.
Million?
That's not. No one discussed that in the slide.
Kipley doesn't know math.
But, for example, if you somehow decided that you're going to take on a CR 20, which I would not recommend, excuse me, danger rating 20, you would get 2 times the amount of gold that it would be offered for that. If you did it by yourself. If you're feeling that confident, you can see where I'm going with this.
No, it's not worth it.
Again, I would personally not recommend it, but you do have the physicality for it. If you feel confident in it, I would suggest starting low, and if you would want to try and do it yourself,
You hear in the bracelet,
prepared.
Kipley looks at you. Do not give in to that. She is feeding to your ego.
Hey, listen. If
Don't
I
you
do or if
dare.
I don't, you'll never know.
Cyrus.
You'll never-
I'm sorry, I was too busy thinking about the tension.
Oh, that's fine. No, it's fine. I'll be the sole adult in this conversation.
Whoa,
Duradon,
okay. Solo adult
Don't
is
be an
crazy.
idiot.
He'll be
Listen,
fine, Kipley. He'll
you
be
are
fine.
assuming that me inquiring about these things means that I am going to do them. 1, 2. Yes, this is in the bracelet too. Yes, I do often bring up the fact that I have died.
Constantly.
That's fair. I've died a lot of
Constantly.
The circumstances behind my deaths have often always been in protection or service of another individual.
So you want to do it alone?
I am not saying that I will do it alone. I am just saying if that is the caveat that was meant to break my logic, There clearly are a sequence of circumstances behind like my deaths that involve me trying to protect other people.
Well,
And
I will
this one
have
will
to
be
give you
me protecting
credit.
other people.
You have survived on your own where your people have died. So, congratulations.
Feels very barbed, but I will take it.
And
It's meant to
with
be
that,
pointed.
and with that pointy statement, I will leave all of you to think about that until next session, because it is getting close to me getting 4 hours of sleep, and I would like to get that. Um,
Yeah,
all I will say, um, you technically, from a mechanical standpoint, can take whatever fight you want. Um, an 8th level fight will be you guys fighting a CR8 creature. I will remind you just in case. I'll be above board. The CR system is not meant necessarily that a 10th level fighter should be fighting a CR10 creature in 5e.
Yeah, we could
That means
probably
that you could easily
take it.
fight one.
Yeah,
A
with a
100%.
group.
Now fighting one CR8 creature is not a bad idea to test waters if you want. But what I will say is this. Keep in mind that you also have extremely powerful artifacts with all of you. If you don't want to use them, that's fine. But you also do have the walkers if you ever want to use them. It comes with dangers for using them, of course, because you'd be publicly revealing them. People probably don't know what they are, but Mage City. Now, I told you could use those for kaiju rules. Fighting an ancient dragon would be, it's up there. I'm not saying think about it, because I'm not going to force you to bias your opinions, but I'm saying that you do have tools available at your use. You guys probably can fight comfortably above a CR8. I just wanted to give you a warning because it's going to cost a lot of money to make spells.
Yeah,
150 gold is for making a level 1 spell, and it's multiplied each time that you go up by a spell level. So if you're trying to make a new 4th level spell, it's not guaranteed that you even make it on the first time. You do have to roll for this.
yeah. I mean, if all 5 of us are fighting, I would think we should be able to handle like a 10 or 12 CR rating. But
Probably. It's going to be difficult still,
yeah,
but like 10 to 12 is what I personally would think would be good for you guys. If you want to do 8, that's still perfectly fine. I'm just going to pull up the monsters. I have a fucking compendium here to play with. We're good. But think about it. If you want to play it safe for lore reasons, I'm more than happy about that. We love some character growth. Um, if you want to play it for min-maxing, for getting enough money so that over the time skip that we do, most likely, either next session or the session after, also something to think about. Either way, think about it over the week, because I need to go to sleep.